planting trees for the first ever International Day of Forests on the 21st of March, these Algerian foresters will be joined by many others around the world, planting trees to highlight the importance of forests for both our environment and for people. In the southern Mediterranean, one of the most important roles that forests play is conserving precious water resources. The forests were cut down on this hillside above the town of Beni Badel, close to Algeria's Mediterranean coast. With less rainfall due to climate change and fewer trees to capture the rainwater and return it to the soil, the olive groves here are literally dying of thirst. The usual yield of 200 to 300 kilos has fallen to less than 20.
وش يقعد يدير هنا اللي بكر صغير وصحيح وعنده ما يخدم ويقدر ما يخدم عنده حرفة تاع يديه ولا مهنة تاعو من المهاني وش يقعد يدير هنا نهار الأول لا كان يخدم يخرج يخدم تلمسان مغنية سبدو وهر كيما حنا اللي درنا وهر اللي دير ويولي لهنا يعاود روحو بالفلاحة هذه والفلاحة هذه درك هذا والورث والأرض تاع باك وجدك ما غاديش تسمح فيها ولكن ما تسمحش فيها مين تمدلك بصح كي ما تمدلكش تسلم فيها وتسمح وتمشي.
This town has been abandoned. It's a story told all too often in this part of the world.
Il y a de moins en moins de pluie.
We have less and less rain in Algeria, and we have zones that have changed, from subhumid to semi-arid. In the west, the semi-arid zone now reaches as far north as the Mediterranean coast. And because of that degradation, in the last few years, the government has launched many water infrastructure projects.
In few places are forest degradation and water scarcity felt as acutely as in the town of Djelfa, Algeria. Djelfa sits on the border between the Sanalba forest and the Sahara Desert. But population growth and overgrazing combined with climate change threaten this vast forest's existence.
The disappearance of the forest, the disappearance of all the vegetation cover would be a disaster for the population who depend on it for their animals to graze and also to refill groundwater reserves. So if we don't protect this forest, if it disappears, we will have desertification and the people won't find anything here.
The forest is already disappearing. Abbasi Jilani has 60 head of sheep, but he can't find enough food for them to eat.
مرة متقلقين الثروة ما كانش كاع في الغابة ما فيهاش البرا ثاني ما كاين والو رانا نعثروا باللي كان وخلاص ما عندناش.
Temperatures in the Mediterranean region increased 1 degree during the 20th century, while rainfall decreased by 20%. By the end of the current century, it's expected that temperatures will have risen by a further 2 degrees. While by 2050, it's predicted the 500 million people currently living in the Mediterranean will have grown to 625 million. The result, ever-increasing competition for already scarce food and water resources. In a region being strongly hit by climate change, action must be taken now, while there are still resources to protect. For Hungry Planet, I'm Charlotte Windle.